One package and it has everything you need. Line, oh my God, it's orange. Oh yes. Let's go, baby. Okay, well, you know we have to do this. Son! Wow, I'm just gonna say it. I mean, this is, it's a little floppy. Fish, oh, come on. Oh my gosh, it's pulling so hard. Oh, oh my gosh, we got him, come on. Why, hello there folks, welcome back to another video. We're kicking it old school today. No Badger, no Andrew behind the camera. I know, so sad. But you know what, he's not here and the show must go on. Now you folks are probably wondering why we're cruising down to the backyard pond with no power. That's because my buggy, oh God, is basically out of gas. But what I've learned is there's enough of a hill going down here to the pond that you can actually just put it neutral and push it and it will carry you pretty much the entire way. We've got a very special video in store for you guys today, and I have a feeling you guys are gonna love it. Where are my fish friends? I don't see anybody today. That makes me really sad. The other day, I saw a bunch of bass down here, just like cruising. They were almost like schooling up. It was the craziest thing. As you guys should know, we've been putting a ton of bass in this pond, and I think it's about to start kind of taking effect, if you know what I mean. Once you put a certain amount of bass in here, I mean, eventually they're gonna start eating bluegill, getting comfortable, and thriving, being ready to be caught by me. So where to begin with this video? So about a year ago, okay, or a year and some change, I did a video where I went to wish.com, or the Wish app, and we'll get to what that is in just a second, and I ordered a fishing kit, quote unquote. And in this particular fishing kit, supposedly it was gonna have everything that you needed to go fishing. So it was gonna have a rod in it, a reel in it, baits, line, literally everything. So it's just one thing, one package, and it has everything you need. So I ordered it, I got it, I made the video. It was one of my most popular videos of all time, got over 1 million views. You guys loved it, and I've been trying to do like a part 2 of that video, but here's the thing. So wish.com is not really known for having the most speediest delivery type system. So for those of you who don't know wish.com, or AKA the Wish app, it is a website where there's just kind of crazy stuff. You could go on there and literally order anything from fishing gear to a bra, from a golf club to a sword. I mean, you can literally order anything, but there's one catch. Once you find the item that you want and you place your order, you might get it in a month, or you could get it a year later. And that's exactly what has happened to me. Now, I'm assuming this company's definitely based out of China, because the packaging that I got a strange package from China the other day that was forwarded from my old address to the new address out here on the ranch. And guess what? It was my Wish order from almost a year ago. So that's right, kids. We got ourselves a little Wish app fishing challenge part 2. Boom. Now, Proboros. I have no idea what that is, but this is the case that arrived in the mail. Now, it was actually in an actual package that had Chinese writing all over it. Had a little coronavirus just squiggled on there. But yeah, I'm not sure what that word is or why it's there. But let's take a look, because this is supposed to be a actual fishing kit with everything in it that you're gonna need. Let's take a look. Wow, okay, so right off the bat, there's some sensitive, easy casting line. Oh my God, it's orange. Oh yes. Okay, we got some line. Let's see, it doesn't say how strong it is. 9 kilograms. That's like what, 20-pound line? I can't do math. You guys get in the comment section, where does 9 kilograms in poundage? I have no idea. Got a little box of lures here, which is an interesting little assortment. I see a little crankbait, some little tiny little crankbait, some jig heads, some little curly tail grubs, and then some extra wide gap hooks that actually don't look terrible. We'll bust that open, look a little bit more closely here in a moment. We've got our meat and potatoes right here. We've got a little reel, a little Valhalla. Oh snap, Valhalla. Let's go, baby. Got the orange accents. They're gonna go nicely with the fire orange line we got going on here. Oh my gosh, look at the thing is all bent. Whoa, is it supposed to be like that? Now guys, I'm certainly no expert, but that does not look normal right there. We've got some issues with the curvature. Yeah, that really got bent in the shipping process. Okay, so let's just assume that this might work. The reel might work, but then again, Oh, wow. I don't know. Okay, well, here's the reel handle, so at least we have that. I wasn't seeing that for a second. I was getting really nervous that maybe it didn't come with one. All right, let's see. I like a good little lefty retrieve on my Rona, on my spinning gear. I'm really just interested to see if the reel functions at all. And once again, with wishapp.com purchases, nothing against with it, the Wish app. I'm just saying, sometimes the things you get are a little squiggly. Okay, well, gosh, that's as far as I can tighten it. All right, it's got a little anti-reverse. The reel handle can't be screwed in, so that's cool. But boom, there you go. You got your basic fishing reel here. I wish I could tighten that part, but I just don't see a way to do it. All right, let's take a look at this rod. Now, I'm assuming since it fits in this tiny little package, it has to be like a telescopic. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's orange. Let's go, baby. This is like those lightsaber moments. Look, it's got like a little plastic thing right there that covers up all the eyelets. What the freak? Oh, it's like a little removable in the shape of a fish. Wow, this is some intense stuff here. Okay, well, you know we have to do this. Son! Oh, that thing is long as hell. Good God, this thing is freaking long. All right, we got to gain our composure here. Let me see if I can line up all these gosh darn eyelets, because there's about 1,000 of them. Let's see, this is a little 7.6 right here, I think. It's at least a 7, but it might be a 7.6. It's a Yongi, that's good. If you guys are familiar with the brand Yongi, yeah, real top of the line bass fishing gear in China. Wow, look at the action of this rod. It is like a freaking noodle, a straight up noodle. Wow, that's some pretty light action there. All right, well, I'm seeing absolutely zero information on the rod itself. So let's just call this thing a 7'6" medium, basically. Maybe a 7'3" medium. But you know what? I'm here for this. All right, we've got a few different attachments here. I just want to see what the combo looks like all together, you know? There's like 3 different things you have to crank to get the reel on there. There's literally 3 different moving parts. One of them has jewels in it. Man, this is some top-notch stuff right here. Okay, boom, I think we've got it on there pretty tight now. So we've got ourselves a rod and reel combo with the eyelets going the complete wrong direction. Okay, well, wow, I'm just gonna say it. I mean, this is it's a little floppy. There's some things happening here. This rod is so top heavy, you can't even like balance it at all. The color scheme I'm kind of digging, I'm not gonna lie to you. The color scheme's pretty dope. The butt of the rod is really short, which I hate. It's like a kayak rod, you know, like super short on the back end. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess the next thing up is to put some line on this bad boy. It'd be super helpful if I could just do the simple math of knowing what 9 kilograms is. Just looking at this line, though, it's so thin, it doesn't look like it could be 20-pound line, but maybe I'm just an idiot. Okay, fun fact, there's no way this is 20-pound line, because I just broke a piece with my bare hands, and it was extremely easy to do. So there's that. Well, it's not. We got her spooling, baby. We're spooling her. This line looks so ridiculous on here. 20 bucks says this floppy handle just comes off in the middle of fighting a fish. All right, one thing we definitely don't want to do is overfill the spool and just have wind knots out to wazoo. Let's see what the drag system's like on this gal. Okay, we got a little... Okay, I'm liking the way that sounds. Another fun fact for you guys, the top half of this rod, like the consistency of it's different than the bottom half. This almost feels like a bamboo or a cane pole. If you guys know what that feels like, that's kind of what this thing feels like. And then the tip is smooth again. So there's a lot of questions that are about to be answered about this rod, but one thing's for sure, I trust the reel a lot more than I trust the rod right about now. All right, well, next up is the whole like choosing of the lure situation. Now, I'm sure a grub on a hook would catch a smaller fish. I guess that may even be what we should try first. They just putting one of these little jig heads on here with a grub and seeing if we can like catch a brim or something, and just see if this rod and reel can even stand up to some of the good sized brim we have in this pond. Oh guys, this is one of those days where I'm just like, why do we do the things that we do here? We just must get really bored on this channel. Ouch, that's an ant. That's not boring at all. Ant just chewing on my toe. All right, let's take some bets. Who thinks this orange line is just going to destroy my chances of catching anything but a bluegill today? God, this grub is huge. It doesn't even fit on this hook at all. Oh, I kind of rigged that upside down, didn't I? Woohoo, I'm silly. All right, well, as always with these little challenges, we got to start off by just kind of seeing what the rod and reel can do, you know? So we just need to kind of get some casts in here, and who knows, maybe we'll catch a fish on accident. Bent little thingamabobber here. All right, let's give her a first little cast. Okay, it went out there a little bit. I mean, with that bent thing, I think that's really hindering the ability of the reel. Okay, sensitivity is not really there, unfortunately. This reel handle is really bothering me. Maybe I put it on wrong, I don't know. Oh, I got I just had a bluegill follow it in and tried to just massacre it, but I was messing around. Let's try to actually retrieve this thing, put a little action on it, because we had some bluegill interest right there. I mean, we had a fish who was almost fooled by that little grub. And I mean, it's a little grub. I mean, why not? It looks fine to me. Looks as good as any other grub I've put on a jig head before. Man, we really need to bend this thing out some. This is really not, oh, wow. Okay, no, that looks a lot better. Okay, yeah, bent it a little bit in the right direction. Yeah. I've had a ton of tiny little bluegills attack it. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of like babies down there, but we need one with a little bit more badonkadonk on him, if you know what I mean, to be able to get the hook and everything in his mouth. We're gonna have to find that right fish. We didn't really talk about this real much, except for the fact that it was apparently a Valhalla. It's got some line capacity information. Oh, that's it, just line capacity. Oh, there's gear ratio, 5:1, sweet. Okay, no drag information. I don't know what we'd be looking at as far as drag goes, but seems to have enough, at least for the time being. Wow. Swing and a miss with lure number 1. These fish, they're not digging it. I don't know if it's the rig. I don't know if it's the color of the grub. I don't know if it's the orange line. It could be the orange line just completely jacking them up. But it's time to move away from this particular bait and try something that's going to help mask this orange line a little bit better. So I don't mean to go into panic mode here, but I really feel like the only way we're going to be able to disguise this orange line is put on like a true moving bait, like this little cranker doodle here. Problem is he's tiny, so not sure how well we're going to be able to cast him. Also not sure how deep he's going to be able to get. Yeah, so all potential problems. But you know what? We may have to get creative to complete today's mission. But first, we're going to try to stick as strictly to the kit as we possibly can. Now, there is a small piece of good news, and I do mean a very small piece. And that is the fish, the bass in this pond, I should say, love crankbaits. That's the one thing I've been able to really consistently get bites on. And we can cast it a little bit further, so that's helpful. But the bass in this pond, they sure do love their crankbaits. So let's just hope that one of them is going to be hungry enough and not turned off by things like orange line. Let's check out this thing's action in the water as it comes back. Let me take a look. It's got a little wobble to it. It doesn't even look terrible. It does not look terrible. I wish I could cast it a tad bit further, but we're going to make this work, guys. Oh my gosh. Did I just have a hit? Or was I in something? That was strange. There was a stoppage. Something stopped my crankbait. Now there are some snags in this pond. I don't see any grass on it. Oh my gosh, these hooks are they getting stuck to each other? That would be a new one. Wow, check this out. So this incredible lure, the hooks can actually get stuck on themselves, which is just guaranteeing you to never actually land a fish. All right, well, things are definitely not going as planned so far. I'm actually extremely disappointed with the lure box that I got from this Wish order, because the last one that I got had a ton more options. There was like heavy spoons and stuff in there. I would kill for a heavy spoon right now. But I think what we need, because we're about to lose light anyways, we need a new day and we need a new plan to complete this mission. All right, boys, so obviously it's day 2, and we are taking a completely different strategy than we did on day 1. So I've got a full new multitude of lures. We're ditching the lures that came in this Wish box because they're just not gonna get the job done. I hate to say it. So let me show you guys what we're gonna be using today. So we're basically gonna hit them with 2 different types of lures, but with the same kind of philosophy. So first of all, we're gonna hit them with a little lipless crankbait, a little Guggen Squad clutch right here, and little Mike Bucca baby bullgill, which is the new little swim bait that Catchco makes. So those are our 2 like moving baits. I mean, this imitates the bluegill, the brim in this pond perfectly, like the size and the color. And then the crankbaits, they just love crankbaits in this pond. So those are 2 moving bait options. If that doesn't work, we've got a lunker log right here and a slim shake worm. So, you know, if we cannot catch fish on those 4 lures right there, then it's no longer the Wish combo that's keeping us back. It's just me being a terrible angler. I think first thing first, we're gonna start off with the lipless crankbait, the old clutch. Not crazy about this color in this pond, because I don't know if there's even crawfish in this pond, but I really don't even think it matters. Now, when I pulled up, I saw a couple bass cruising over here in this shallow little cove, which is ironic because I've never really ever even caught fish out of this cove. But you know, it's becoming fall. Fish are starting to school up in weird places, chasing bait. And of course now they're gone, so that's good. But we should probably still fish this area anyways and act like they're still here. Oh gosh, can't even crank this thing. This 5-to-1 gear ratio is really working me. Oh my gosh, that felt like a fish. Whoa. I'll be danged if that didn't feel like something just hammered it and swam and then just came off, because I was not able to apply any tension with this noodle of a rod and this reel handle that's really going to make things interesting if we ever do hook into a fish. Fish or a snag? Oh, come on. Oh, it's a snag. Gosh darn it. Well, that's very likely gonna be the end of the old crankerino. See if I can pull her off. This line doesn't feel very heavy. Oh no, this one's about to... Oh my gosh, it came off. No freaking way. I'll never talk smack about this line again. All right, well, I don't think we're in panic mode or anything, but judging by what I'm seeing from the crankbait, and I think I did get a hit in there, but I think if we throw this baby bullgill, oh God, I think this is gonna be the lure to help us break through and like get that first fish actually on. Because let us not forget, the goal of this mission is to see just how well this Wish stuff holds up to the fish that I have in here. And I've got some pretty nice fish. All right, let's get her on out here. Okay, we can still cast her pretty far too. One thing I love about these crankbaits is how slowly they fall. So you can throw some really nice pauses in there and it's not necessarily gonna get all the way to the bottom. You know what I mean? Even in a shallow pond like this. Fish? Oh my God. I just had one for sure. Oh, buddy boy. I knew that baby bullgill would do something. I don't know what happened though. Of course, I mean, this rod is just, there's just no backbone to it. I'm gonna have to tighten the drag a tad. Plus now we know this line is pretty tough too. That was 100% a bite. Had it, ran with it for a second, pulled himself off. Wow. Oh gosh, I just saw like 3 bass swim by. 4 bass. What in the world? Charlie, stop moving. Where'd they go? Oh my gosh. Just like 3 or 4 bass swim by right there. Wow, that's not cool. I swear that orange line is really not helping us. Oh, there's one right in front of me. Oh my gosh. Oh, he sees the bait. Oh, he's looking at it. Oh my God. Oh, he swam away from it. Oh my gosh, one just appeared right in front of me. That's not good. These are not good signs. Your bass are right there. They're looking at your bait. He actually showed some interest though, that's good. I'm just bummed that like 5 good-sized bass just cruised on. Oh wow, those are ants on my feet right now. They just weren't biting me yet. Oh, heck yes. Let's go, baby. Well, folks, things are getting pretty rough out here at the pond. Getting pretty desperate, so I decided to consult an expert.
Daddy, you probably do that.
What?
You probably do that.
Hey, Lily, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What should I do? How should I catch these catfish?
It's in this handful and throw that this and say hi.
Ah, so that's what I should do. Got it. Yeah, so even as good as Lily is at giving advice, if we're asking Lily for advice, it's probably not doing good. Also, if we have a float live bait rig basically rigged up here with a little circle hook and a bobber, that means things are also getting a little kaflugeled. We're gonna throw an empty fish trap out here with no bait in it, and I bet you anything the fish will still get in it. Maybe there'll be some remnants of bait in there. Boom. Empty fish trap, baby. Ooh, he's bleeding. That's gonna be good for the fishing. Good for the fishing.
What's wrong with him?
Well, he's no longer with us, dear. I cut his head off, so he's not doing too well. All right, so obviously, folks, we have shifted gears here from bass to trying to catch the massive catfish that are in my pond. Because at this point, we just got to hook a fish with this gosh darn wish equipment and see what it can do. Let's see what this fish head can do. Okay, let's get our drag nice and adjusted here. I really just went and made things more interesting for ourselves, because a 3-pound bass would have been tough enough to land with this setup, but a 8, 9, 10-pound plus catfish that pull harder than bass, that's gonna be really interesting. Oh gosh, Lily, we got a fish. We got a fish, we got a fish. We got a reel, Got him, oh boy. God, did you hear that noise? We got him, Lily. Oh, look at the rod. Look at the rod. It's like doubled over. Lily, come help me land it, Lily. Oh my gosh, it's pulling so hard. Gotta get it off this snag. There's a snag right here. Oh my gosh, we got him. Come on. Dude, he's pulling so hard. Oh, this rod, is it gonna stand up to it? Oh, come on. Yes. Come here, you rascal. Oh, we're so close to landing him, Lily. We're so close. He's not even a huge one, but he's a nice one. We're just gonna have to yoink him. We're gonna have to give him the old yoink. Ah! Look at that, Lily. Look at that catfish. Oh my gosh. It's a catfish. Can you believe that, Lily? Oh my gosh, did the hook just come out? That would have been crazy. Oh. Let's get the hook out of old buddy's face hole. Oh yes, there we go. Lily, look at that, it's a catfish. Can you believe it? Boom. Look at that guy right there. Sweet little catfish, baby. Lily, do you want to touch his face?
No, because that hurt me.
I don't think he'll hurt you, but you want to touch his whisker? Johnny, what do you think? Get a sniff. Yeah, he's not sure about that. Wish Delta was here. She'd try to eat him. Whoa, he tried to bite me. Wow, beautiful fish. The Wish combo actually held up incredibly well. Let's get this guy back in the water. You gave us one heck of a fight there, guy. You deserve to be released. just yoinked him back in head first. Yay, Lily, we did it! All we needed to do was bring Lily down here. She's my good luck charm, as usual. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and sign this thing off as we're watching the bobber, and we'll see what happens, but these fish get really spooky once you catch one, so I'm gonna go ahead and expect that we're not gonna get another hit as we're talking, but we could. So let's talk about this mission as we were able to complete it, but we had to kind of cheat a little bit. So we were able to use 3 out of 4 items and catch fish. So rod, reel, and line. The lures, they just weren't that good. You know, they were not great bass fishing lures, and they certainly weren't catfishing lures. We did have some bites from some brim on them, but just didn't get the job done, so we had to cheat a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and grade kind of this kit and how it performed. Now, the rod during that fight, I thought it was gonna snap several times. It did not, so big props to the rod. The line was really, really, really good, like incredibly good. I got snagged one time and I had to pull my crankbait off of it, and it came right off. So the line, even though we could never figure out how heavy the line actually was, it was really good too. The lures obviously were bad. I did not like the lures. I feel like there could have been a much better selection in the lures. Something for some bass, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Just the lures weren't that great. That's why we had to cheat. The reel was bent, you know, right out of the package, which was weird. Don't understand why. It may have affected the performance, may not have. I don't know. I feel like I fixed it pretty good, so I don't know. Let's see. So the rod, I'd give the rod like a C because it didn't break. It actually landed the fish, but the eyelet did break right away. The reel, I'd give a C, maybe a C minus because it was pretty flimsy. The line, I give a solid A. I mean, a solid A, maybe even an A plus because didn't get any wind knots, which was crazy. I thought I would get some wind knots, and it did great. It never broke or anything. The box of lures, I'll give a D because I just did not enjoy that at all. So I think the average score of the entire kit would probably be like a C minus maybe, which is passable. Which when you're only spending like 20, 30 bucks or however much it was, and you're getting something from the wish.com or Wish app, I mean, hey, that's kind of what you're gonna get. But anyways, guys, I had a ton of fun. We weren't able to catch a bass, but we're gonna continue to improve the bass population in this pond. By next spring, it's gonna be a factory, a slaunch factory. So stay tuned for that. Guys, make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification enabled. Let me know if you enjoy these types of videos or challenges, and I'll continue to do them. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on hitting that thumbs up button. Keep on commenting. Keep on supporting the channel. You guys are amazing. I'm out of here. Love you. See you later.